friends, and welcome back to another video. So today's video we're going to be talking about my end of the year TBR. So there's going to be a couple books on here that I've I think previously shown in some videos, so those I'll go through fairly quickly. But well, to be honest, I think there's really only like 3 new ones that I haven't shown before, other than in like some book haul videos or something like that. So with that, I've got 6 books here, and these are just my physical books that I plan to read. I've got 1 book on my Kindle right now that I'm reading. Actually, I've got 2 books on my Kindle right now that I'm reading. I will put both of their pictures up here, as I'm forgetting the name of one of them, but I read the first book about a week and a half ago, and then this other book is the second as well, but this book is more of a longer series, and so all of his books are on Kindle Unlimited, so you can read them, and it is the Bound and the Broken series by Ryan Cahill. And so I am on the second one. I don't remember what it's called right now because I don't have my Kindle in front of me. But I'll have both of the books that I'm currently reading on my Kindle up here in this vicinity. But my physical books that I plan to read are what we're going to be talking about today. So these are a little ambitious. It's not really ambitious, to be honest. It's actually kind of light. And part of the reason is one of them is massively long. So I'm either going to finish it or I'm going to be going into 2025 reading it. But my plan is to definitely start it. So without further ado, let's talk about my physical TBR books for the end of the year. So the first one is The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young. This is just the dust cover. I am currently reading this one. And this one is just, it's supposed to be more of like a magical realism is what I'm gonna say. It is classified as fantasy, but it's a super short book. It's only a little over 300 pages long, so I'm hoping that I can get that done within the next few days. But yes, this, I've heard really good things about this one. I've read another book by her and I really enjoyed it, especially the atmospheric part of it. So I'm excited to get this off my list. The next book, and you've seen it, and it's just, I've been putting it off, and I really just need to finish it, but it is the 3rd book in the Winnowing Flames trilogy, and it is The Poison Song by Jen Williams. So this is the finale of this trilogy. This one is a little bit thicker. It's not 600 pages, but it's close-ish. It's about 40-ish pages off. So I know this one, depending on how well it grips me, it'll either go super quick or it will take me about a week to read it. Just because like I usually don't get to read until the evening time. So depending on how well it grips me will determine on how many pages a night that I read. The first one was really, really good. It gripped me. It gripped me. The second one took me forever to read, and I think that is why I've been pushing this one off, is just because the second one, it didn't hold up to the first one, and I, for some reason, just a lot of the POVs that we were mainly reading from, I wasn't vibing with. Like, there were certain people that I wanted to read their POVs from, and I just wasn't getting that as much as I would have thought. And so I think that's why I've been pushing this off, but I really need to finish it. I want to go into 2025 strong, okay? Next book I want to read before the end of the year, and this is a fantasy romance book. It is The Night Ends with Fire. This one came out a couple months ago, I think, 2 or 3 months ago. But all the reviews look really good on it. I love the sprayed edges on this. This book is very sturdy. But yeah, no, this just sounds fantastic. So I will read you the synopsis. 3 kingdoms are at war, but Milin's father refuses to answer the imperial draft. Trapped by his opium addiction, he plans to sell Milin for her dowry. But when Milin discovers her husband-to-be is another violent, ill-tempered man, she realizes that nothing will change for her unless she takes matters into her own hands. The very next day, she disguises herself as a boy and enlists in her father's place. In the army, Milin's relentless hard work brings her recognition, friendship, and a growing closeness with Sky, a prince-turned-training partner. But has she simply exchanged one prison for another? As her kingdom barrels towards destruction, Milin begins to have visions of a sea dragon spirit who offers her true power and freedom at a deadly price. With the future of the 3 kingdoms hanging in the balance, Milin will need to decide whom to trust. Sky, who inspires her loyalty and love, the sea dragon spirit, who has his own murky agenda, or an infuriating enemy prince who makes her question everything she once knew about her kingdom and about her own heart. So, with that, Mulan retelling, along with a dragon, and maybe a love triangle, maybe 2 princes, one's her training partner, the other one makes her question. I don't know, I'm feeling a love triangle. So this is really like driven my curiosity. So I definitely want to read this before the end of the year. Next one I want to read before the end of the year, and it's because the second book comes out, I think, Q2 of next year, if I remember correctly. But that is Cassandra Clare's Sword Catcher. So this is her first adult novel. And so I'm very intrigued to see how she does with this compared to her YA novels. I have read every single Shadowhunter book that she has put out. I'm waiting for more. But when I saw that she had a new series coming out, I had to pick it up. So this one, it's been sitting on my TBR shelf for the longest time, and I really just need to read it. So that way I can read the second one when it comes out. So this one is a chunker. But I have a feeling she's gonna grip me, so I'm really hoping I can get this finished before the end of the year. The next book on my end of the year TBR is Blood and Fury by Tessa Grayton and Justina Ireland. So this is the second book in the Chaos and Flame series. I'm not sure if this whole series is a duology or if there's going to be more books after, but I really did like the first book, and it is considered a romantasy, but to be quite honest, the romance I really didn't like that much, and I'm not sure, I just wasn't enthralled by it. I really enjoyed the world building and the plot and the mysteries that was talked about in the book. So that's really what I'm looking forward to in this. I hope the romance picks up, to be quite honest, because I'd like that, but really I think that needs to be a subplot, and I think in the first book, I want to say it kind of was, to me, more of a subplot than a main plot. So I'm looking forward to finishing this before 2025, so that way I can set my sights on some other series. And finally, It's been way longer than when I said I was supposed to pick this up, but I'm going to hopefully pick up Words of Radiance, the second book in the Stormlight Archives by Brandon Sanderson. So depending on how quickly I get through my other books will determine if I finish this before 2025 or if I go into 2025 reading this. I mean, these books are over 1,000 pages long, but I mean, they're not hard to hold. They're very floppy. Those are my favorite types of big books, is when they're floppy like that. But I'm interested to see what's going on with Shallan and Dalinar and Kaladin, you know, all of the characters. I need to know what is going on next, because the last book left me with certain events that took place and the aftermath of that. So then, you know, there's going to be consequences and other things that happen because of that. So that should be in this book. There's other things that have come to light, and there's this magic that we are just literally just touching, like not even touching yet. Like, I don't even understand it. Like, so I'm still trying to understand the magic. So hopefully we get some more understanding in the second book, but I am like super excited to continue in my journey in the Stormlight Archives. I really, really love the first book. And so I think everybody said that this one was their favorite, if I'm remembering correctly. It was Oathbringer that was like fourth. I think, and I could be wrong, but I believe what I saw was Words of Radiance, The Way of Kings, Rhythm of War, and then it was Oathbreaker, as in like 1 to 4. Since the fifth one's coming out in December. Now granted, I won't be buying that right off the bat just because I have the paperbacks. So I'll probably wait 6 to however many months after when the paperback comes out, just so that way I can have a uniform. And plus, I'm not anywhere close to being able to read the fifth one yet, so I'm not in a hurry to buy it. I know there's going to be so much content like on the fifth one because people are going to literally sit down and read it in like less than 5 days. But I'm going to have to ignore that until I get done with my journey. But yes, those are all of the books that I am hoping to finish before the end of 2024. So wish me luck. I know a lot of them are decently thick, and I'm a decently fast reader, but I'm not like super fast. And it also depends on like how much time I have either. And you know, with holidays coming up and the family and everything going on, it's going to be difficult to get these finished, but I'm going to try my best. So let me know in the comments down below what some of the books that you hope to read before the end of the year. I would absolutely love to know. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and be good people.
When you feel it's hopeless, when you think